Today we're discussing one of the, if not the biggest sporting events of summer 2023.
We got Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Who you got? Who you got? Man, you know this the biggest thing probably within the last 5 years, man, when it comes to this boxing stuff, man. Real true boxing fans, we've been yearning for this, man. We've been crying for this. We've been screaming and begging for this. And we just praying that this thing don't go down like a Mayweather Pacquiao, man. When we gotta, for these dudes too late, too old, put it down.
Right. So you're saying that this fight is bigger than Tank and Ryan?
It's pretty big, man. It's a big fight, man. I mean, I think Tank and Ryan probably helped this fight a little bit. Although I think that this fight is bigger for boxing because it's the competition. See, Tank and Ryan wasn't really. We knew Tank was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? We just wanted to see him in there against somebody who, it was a possibility, right?
I've been following the kid. I think he's really, really talented. You know what I'm saying? Did I think he was going to beat Tank? I can see Tank's power. I like Tank's style. I like his fighting style. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's less reserved. He's an attacker. You know what I'm saying? He's swinging for the fences, bro. Straight up.
Yeah. For the true boxing fans, yeah, it's bigger than Tank and Ryan. You know what I mean? For the true boxing fans, absolutely, I think it's bigger than Tank and Ryan. This, you know what I'm saying? It's up there. First off, people got to understand that the welterweight division is like, minus the heavyweight division, welterweight division, it's carried boxing for a long time. Even people who are betting on the fight. Some people started off betting on Crawford, now they bet on Spence. Some people started off betting on Spence, and now they betting on Crawford. So,
it is a toss-up because we're talking about two, undefeated in the division. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely on the fence, but
we are definitely on the fence. I find myself in my head going back and forth, like, it's really just like who's going to show up. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to show up that night? It's gonna be quite an event, man. I'm hoping that it's that event that doesn't end in a first, second, third round KO or no shit like that. But it's possible. It's possible, and I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess some would say that Terence Crawford is like a Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Right-handed. He's flat-footed, southpaw.
I definitely agree with that because he is one of those guys who was naturally right-handed who switched over.
Right. Yeah, he's ambidextrous for sure.
He puts that power hand. You know what I'm saying? He puts his power up front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He puts his power up front, so he'll go southpaw. See, Oscar De La Hoya, he's left-handed, but he fights with his power hand up front.
Right. Which I think it's an advantage, to be able to switch it up and all that. You feel me? But at the same time, him naturally being smaller than Spence. You know what I'm saying? Which Spence was saying on. I seen a clip on YouTube that I might have sent you a little bit earlier, where Spence was saying that he's too little, you know what I'm saying, and he's too little, and Crawford was like, come with your body punches, like I'm solid, whoopty whoop, and Spence was saying, you too light and ass, like nah, it's not, it ain't gonna cut it, you feel me, you know what I'm saying?
So, right.
Yeah, because I guess they had finally met up somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Spence pulled up, knowing that Crawford was going to be there, strictly to, give him some hype and antagonize him a little bit. He was poking at him, for sure. But, it was all in good fun, though, but they didn't get all intense and, go overboard.
Right, I forgot what fight it was. It might have been like a Devin Haney fight, or I forgot whose fight. It could have been one of the Tank fights, Tank Rowley or something like that. But yeah, they met backstage talking that, Spence say, let's bet 100,000. Bud like, man, let's make it $1 million.
Right. I think they agreed on that $1 million bet. You know what I'm saying?
And, that was in the moment and good fun. They ain't betting that type of money like that, man. They cap it. What the kids say nowadays, man, that's cap.
Right. And even though Spence is saying he's lighting the ass, in the words of Terence Crawford, like he said, you feel me? As long as if he comes weighing in at 147, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? In his eyes, but Spence say he the king. At 147. But then I would say Sean Porter might be a perfect example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the thing is, right? Sean Porter and Spence, when they were in amateurs, they fought in the higher weight classes, like 154, 160. They fought up there. And then when they became professionals, they decided to fight the little guys at 147. You see what I'm saying? So they're big guys. They were big kids. These are big guys who were fighting the little guys. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they're coming down in weight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's crazy because everybody considered Bud to be the big guy. They say Bud was fighting little guys, and Bud was too big for the guys, this and that. And then now he's finally in the ring with somebody where they're like, man, you see him stand next to this dude, and you like, man. So I don't know.
Right. I mean, I'm personally, like, not just he's the bigger dude, but you know what I'm saying, I'm personally a fan of Spence, you know what I'm saying, I like Spence's style. I think that in their weight class, the way that he boxes is out of the norm for their weight class, you know what I'm saying. Usually, guys that are that small aren't, focused on, breaking down the body like Spence does. They're definitely, and what I personally like is how he'll come out with that leading uppercut from time to time, and then follow with the downstairs, he's coming with some blows, man. You got to be on your P's and Q's when you're fighting this kid, straight up.
He has a relentless attack, and it's a very fundamentally sound attack. He has an attack that's like, I'm gonna get off. You can't stop it. It's just a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before I break you down with it. It's, can you take it? How long can you take it?
Yeah, you got to withstand the pressure fucking with this kid, man.
Or are you good enough to really stay away from it?
Can you? It's either you're gonna have to outclass this dude, or you know what I'm saying, you just gonna have some stamina and endurance, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to stand under the pressure, man. Yeah, I mean, I've yet to see, somebody just sit there and just simply outbox the kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the dude's style is, it's like the kryptonite for the kids in his weight class, man. You know what I'm saying? It's for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to dealing with that. They're not used to dealing with somebody that's coming in like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Man, I think he gonna bring the best out of Bud. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure, man. Like Bud was saying, oh, you ain't say that about Mayweather. Well, you know what I'm saying? You got to live up to that. What happened in those sparring sessions, the world may never know, but you know what I'm saying? Word is, that Errol Spence gave him fantastic work, and that's in the words of Floyd Mayweather. So, you got to think about that. I actually watching where Spence, he was speaking of a sparring session that he was having with Mayweather, and they got out of the ring, after their little 5-7 minute session, and Mayweather, he said, oh man, you be, don't quote me, but he said, man, you're pretty good for a bitch. And Errol Spence said he didn't hear him at first. He said, what? And he repeated it. You know what I'm saying? And Errol Spence was like, man, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, put your shit back on. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, cut off the motherfucking clock. Let's go to somebody drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that type of energy right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I mean, that, can you withstand the pressure is the whole thing.
Right.
Because he ain't no pushover, you feel me? And like he said, cut off the clock. Because, if you ain't putting time in the mix, man, you going to have some real stamina with this here, man.
You got to have some dog in you. And my whole thing, I think he done ran into the right dog. Because my whole thing is, I know, watching Bud for over all these years, right? I know one thing. Bud, even if Bud does come with a strategy like Mayweather against Canelo, right? He comes with that type of strategy. He's got that type of all of that. He's not just knowing Bud. He's not going to be able to do it for 12 rounds. At some point, he's going to say, "Let's fight."
Exactly my point. See, but see that's the thing that I don't really, that doesn't attract me about his style, is I feel like he's one of those boxers that, I'm not gonna say lacks the discipline, but I think that if he gets upset, he's gonna go back to his old tactics. He's gonna leave the training. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go. I mean, I already think he punches a little wild to be fighting somebody that goes to the body like that. You know what I'm saying? So unless you can, so he's gonna have to come to this fight with a different approach. Period. Just by how you naturally throw punches from me, from what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? So you already got to come with a different style. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep your body from getting tore up. You say you solid, but you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to block some of these blows, period. You know what I'm saying? Which means you're going to have to keep your elbows down. And you swing with your elbows out. So, you know what I'm saying? That automatically, you know what I'm saying, is something you got to keep your composure for, a maximum of 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I can see that. I just see Bud. I see him saying, "All right, let me see what you got."
Right.
Because see, Bud's one of them dudes that's like this, right? All right, I hear about you, Bone Crusher. I hear you hit so hard, you so much big. Let's see. Bud one of them dudes. That's why I like it, because he wanted to do it. Let's see. And then, okay, can you take one of these? And this one and that one. So, it's... I can't wait.
Right, but on the plus side, you know what I'm saying, for Crawford, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I've grown to know that he comes from a wrestling background, you know what I'm saying. I do see, and I peeped his footwork, you know what I'm saying, so he does have good footwork, which is something that Spence lacks, you know what I'm saying. I feel like Spence is more, he's not so much focused on the feet, you know what I'm saying. He's not so much focused on, bouncing around the ring, and using his footwork like that, where I feel like Bud is really, really good with that.
Spence's footwork is kind of systematic. You know what I mean? That's why he's so flat. It's flat-footed and it's kind of like systematic. You know what I mean? And this is why I think Crawford. I hate to spit it like this so soon, but this is why I lean in the Crawford lane, right? It's because Spence's style is so systematic. It's easy to time, right? If you look at him, if you're watching him in a fight, comes at you, he goes 1, 2, and he loads up for the third.
Yeah.
Boom! Whether it's to the body, whether it's going to be the uppercut, whether he's, you know what I'm saying? But it's 1, 2, and then to load up. He's loading up every time. That's what he's loading up. And that's time for a guy with footwork to get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way, counter, because you're loading up. It's so you can time that. You know what I'm saying? You could time that. And yeah, proving in the Mayweather-Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo, you're going to do your stuff, you jab, and you're going to load up. And I got time in the load up. I've been timing it. The whole time I've been watching your fight. I've been watching how your whole style, all the punches you throw and how you throw them, what your stance is like when you throw it. All of that good stuff. And when it's all said and done, you're a 1, 2 load up guy. So, rarely a 1 load up. You know what I'm saying? You're a 1, 2, sometimes 3 load, but it's a load up. You're never cocked and loaded, ready. It's never loaded like this. It's not that. It's not that. You're I got it. You know what I'm saying? And then that could be timed. And I think Bud can do it.
The chances that he might be able to do it, and the chances that Bud has taken in previous bouts, you know what I'm saying, I don't think he should take those chances with Crawford for sure, because it might be just lights out, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. No, I agree with you. On that. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, what's your prediction on this fight?
Man. I'm sticking with my guns, man. I'm going with Bud, man. I'm rolling with old Bud, man. I'm going with the Nebraska Cornhusker, man.
Nothing wrong with that.
That's just where I'm at with it. Now I'm going for Bud, but if I decide to gamble, I mean it's only smart to bet on Spence now. They have him as the underdog, and it's a possibility, but I got Crawford 100%.
Right, okay. Boom. Well, me personally, people, I'm going for Errol Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying? Still smoking, but...
Okay, I like that. Well, look, I'm going to fry me up a bunch of fish that night, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to get the biggest fish I can get, and I'm going to eat a whole bunch of fish that Saturday night, man. I can't wait till next weekend, man.
Yeah, man, I think it's going to be a great bout, Can't wait to see it, you know what I'm saying? Can't wait to give you guys a review after the fact, in the meantime and in between time, if y'all could, drop a like, comment, subscribe for sure, and go over to IG, where we will be lining up a poll for you guys to make your own predictions.
Yeah, there we go, man. 3 SPM, man. We out.
Boom.